Inconsistency is definitely going to kill you. My January revenues from content creation was not very good at all. It was a complete flop. So I was going from this in November and December to go into this. And the difference is consistency. How much effort I put in and what my input was and what my output was. So I'm rambling. I just want to share with you my early journey of this content creation. So it's been quite a struggle. And the three things I struggled the most, the one thing I struggled the most, really, the one thing I struggled the most in January is time management and the lack of discipline. So let's get this off my eyes. Lack of management and time management and lack of discipline were my two enemies in actually like mid-December and January as well. So what I'm doing now and what you can do too, so if you're starting, if you want to become a content creator and you don't have the money to buy courses and you don't really have a lot of resources for coaching to get a coach. I mean, there's endless resources on the internet and on YouTube that will help you get started. So you just have to gather those information together, and it's just going to take a little longer time. So it's whatever is important to you, and I think the expectation of time management is super important. I'm definitely learning that the expectation of what you want to make in what period of time you want to achieve that, like how much success do you want to get in what time frame, in what specific amount of time frame. So I was watching Millie, which I'm going to link down below. She said, take a look at your time management and see how much time you actually realistically have to create content in a week. For me, I'm a work from home mom. I have a 9 to 5 from Monday to Friday. I have a full commitment to my work. I have also 3 children and I have a husband. And for me, thankfully, my husband is very supportive. He's very hands-on with the kids. So I do have that help to kind of step away and do my thing. But of course, aside from like working a 9 to 5, you want to have some family time, you want to eat dinner together. At least those are for me what's important for me. In the short term, we have to grind if we want to develop a new skill, and that's just with everything. And truthfully, my expectation of the success is we don't have to sugarcoat it, but it is, of course, money. But at the end of it, it really is also defining the skills, because I want this to be a long-term journey, like a long-term business or gig or career. Like I want to make this my long-term career. Right now, I don't feel like it, but like I don't feel like I'm the right person for it. But I don't know. I have been drawn to this, so I have a feeling. I think that the Lord has greater plans for me to be in this space. That's just how I'm gonna take it. So what I did today is after my 9 to 5, I purchased this $13 just ring book. Okay, I labeled it to my my priority channels that I want to tackle, and that's YouTube, TikTok, and Flip. So the first thing I did was to organize my thought, because that's what I really need to do, is to organize my thought. So we wanted to do getting organized. And the very first step today that we want to talk about is really time management. You need to figure out what your time management is, like what your available time is. And, of course, things will happen, and sometimes you just have to pivot. But overall, you should have a schedule. Like your kids have a schedule. If you do work a 9 to 5, you do have a schedule. But you should have a schedule. We should all have a schedule. It's our roadmap. It's our compass throughout the week, throughout the day. And we should really try very, very hard to fulfill those commitments that we tell ourselves. So I started just doing a spreadsheet on Excel, just a regular spreadsheet in 1 hour interval from Monday through Sunday, I'm sorry. And so I know realistically what time I wake up. And previously, I used to wake up super, super early, like 3 years ago before I had my third child. And I used to wake up super, super early and I could get to work and I could get going easily. That hasn't been the case anymore, and I've tried it so many times and I just ended up disappointing myself because I'm sorry, I can't. And you know what? It's okay because the mornings may not work, but the evenings may work better. So that is what I'm doing now, okay? We're gonna wake up for my schedule. It's waking up, getting the kids ready to school, and then all the blue stuff. That is my 9 to 5. All this, my husband is actually going to school for a certificate. So he's going to be gone half of Saturday. So I'm going to be solo parenting and I'm not going to commit to content creation during that time. I'm going to focus on my kids. If I can get something done, I will do that, but I will actually not really hold myself to it. Okay. Sunday, I've decided Sunday should be family day. I should just focus and be present with my family and my kids and my husband. And I really need that break and time too. But nonetheless, on Sundays we're gonna post drafts. So essentially, it looks like I am working online. All the white spaces is what I have determined or identified. Those are white spaces that I have to do something productive with, and that's either doing something productive for my kids or for myself or for my business. And so in my case, I've been very blessed with a very supportive husband. He's actually going to be taking care of the kids over those, 2 hours before dinner time. So he's going to cover that. And those are my time to either work on my business or do something for myself. And I've decided for the month of February, this is February, for the month of February, I'm going to decide that those 2 hours after my 9 to 5, I'm going to do a 5 to 7. Yeah, 5 to 7. And work on my content creation business. Okay. Then we have 2 hours of family time. That's dinner and bedtime. And then I will go back into my home office from 9 to 11 and work specifically only on YouTube. YouTube is going to be my long-term strategy. And so I do want to spend more time on it because I really want to take it seriously. That's the gist of it. I want to be in bed by 11. Now, it is already 11:35 here in Central Time where I am, so I'm already over my time, but I needed to get some stuff done, and I feel really, really good that I at least step one today, I have identified my time and my hours. So that's 23 hours in a week that I will commit to content creation. So I want to say I'm definitely in February I want to beat my January numbers. I want to beat my January numbers, and I'm gonna update you if I was able to do that. So for now, we're gonna focus on February, and the first step is identify your time management, okay? Identify your free time. How much time do you want to allocate or commit to content creation? Okay, so step one is identify your time. And then I want to give you one more thing so that you can take action on it, is identify your main source of channel, like your main channel that you want to focus on. Do you want to focus on making a YouTube channel, or do you want to focus on maybe getting into like the social media for like short form content? And is it going to be TikTok? Is it going to be Facebook? And Instagram is usually connected, so you have like those two. Is it going to be Pinterest, or is it going to be Flip, the new app? Find out. So those are the two things. Where you want to focus your time on. Okay. And then on my next video, I want to tell you, once you identified where you want to go, what channel you want to prioritize, that is where we're going to see how you want to allocate your time. But okay, so first things first, identify your time. How much time do you want to spend on social media per week? And then where do you want to post? And let's just start there, okay? And if you go with me on this journey, I'd appreciate if you just hit follow and subscribe if this was any helpful to you. And let's do it together, and let's see where we can go from here. So that will be it for me. Good night.